Welcome to Jamaican Crime, the channel that discusses crime in Jamaica. In the 5 years, 2016 to 2020, the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indeco, received 1,522 complaints of assault allegations leveled against members of all three security force organizations, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, and Department of Correctional Services, DCS. The assault complaint is the largest category of allegations, by the public, to Indeco. The nature of the complaints are both familiar and similar, and too many have a feature of confrontational aggression and an absence of patience, courtesy, respect, or understanding. Inevitably, with their primary public space policing function, the majority of received complaints relate to the JCF, with the DCS second, and the JDF the least implicated in such allegations. In the context of this document, assault includes assault at common law, put in fear of being informed, assault occasioning bodily harm, assault occasioning grievous bodily harm and wounding categories. For the past decade, Indeco's focus has, of necessity, been on the very high number of fatal and non-fatal shootings by the security forces and the use of force exercised, primarily, by the JCF. Yet by far the largest number of use of force complaints received by Indeco do not relate to the deployment of deadly force, which adversely affects only a discrete and small section of Jamaican society, but rather the JCF's interaction with wider communities and the use of force practices, non-lethal, which attract so many complaints. The allegations of assault are on the same spectrum of alleged police brutality, violence, and aggression which citizens encounter and complain of in many countries worldwide, whilst engaging with the police. However, the issue of security forces' use of force is a complex and divisive one. Whilst citizens often claim the force used is excessive, unwarranted, unnecessary, and aggressive, law enforcement claim that proportionate and necessary use of force was used to effect compliance and or self-defense because of unlawful actions of members of the public. This second quarterly report examines some of the data relating to assault allegations to enable wider discussion and awareness of the situation. The report looks in further detail at the nature and context of complaint. Reports of assault recorded in 2020, to identify some of the issues and patterns of complaints. It examines primarily the assault allegations made against the JCF, and which are a common feature of the frustration experienced by the public with some serving officers' attitude and approach towards them. The ultimate aim is to identify and highlight issues, with a view to change behavior that will result in amicable, non-confrontational interactions between the citizen and the law enforcement authority. The recording of complaints and the correct interpretation of the data is never straightforward, and it risks an oversimplification, to the detriment of both the public and the security forces concerned. The assault data analyzed in this report will narrowly focus on those matters which are actually reported to Indeco. It is recognized that there remains a significant level of underreporting by the public, for a host of reasons, but equally the data collated by Indeco is recognized as being potentially one-sided, in that it does not address all use of force encounters, nor does it address when officers are themselves subject to assault and injury. Complaints are received either directly, in person, or indirectly, via telephone or the Commission's online complaint platforms. This report examines three main data groups. Total complaint reports. In 2020, the Commission recorded 394 separate assault complaints. Total complainants. For the 394 complaints received, there were 435 complainants. And B. One assault incident can involve more than one person/complainant total. Assault complaint categories. Within the 394 total complaint reports, there were some incidents which involved more than one type of assault allegation, all of which are tabulated separately, e.g. assault by pepper spray, assault by a weapon, assault in custody. Thus, the total assault complaint categories numbered 407. The total number of assault complaint reports for the 5-year period 2016-2020 received against all security force organizations was 1,522. 2020 experienced an increase over the 4 preceding years, as all recorded below 300 complaints per annum. Significantly, there was a 41% increase in assault allegations received for 2020 when compared to 2019. Of the 394 complaint reports recorded in 2020, 301 reports, 76%, were related to the JCF. This complaint distribution is not surprising, as the JCF has greater police/public interaction than any other security force organization. For most of 2020, the provisions of the Disaster Risk Management Act provided an additional basis for police/public interactions.